So in this video, I'm going to share with you a very simple thing, one thing that I did to go from years of not lucid dreaming to finally being able to lucid dream and control my dreams. Because there are so many techniques out there, no? A lot of them are regurgitated, the same technique over and over again. And the fact of the matter is, if you're anything like I was, it was a case where I was seeing all these techniques and a lot of times it was the same ones. I was trying it, maybe almost getting somewhere with it, but then boom, I wake up and it was just a dream. And this happened for a while. And I don't know if any of you right now are in a bit of a lucid dreaming rut where maybe you're not lucid dreaming super frequently, or maybe you're not lucid dreaming at all. I want to share with you this one thing that can change everything, right? Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using your subconscious to help you to lucid dream. And actually this technique is very powerful. You can do it for anything in life. But today we're doing it for lucid dreaming because who doesn't want to lucid dream, right? Who does it? When you know about lucid dreaming, when you know what lucid dreaming is, who doesn't want to lucid dream? You can do whatever you want. As I said in one of my other previous lucid dreaming, that's the same word. As I said in my other lucid dreaming video, the only limitation in a lucid dream is your imagination. So if you imagine that you could do something, like I always say this, when people ask me, Josh, can I do this in a lucid dream? I don't even need to hear what you're saying. My answer is yes. Like legit, you could say, Josh, can I do? And then before I even hear what you're gonna say, I'm gonna say yes to you. Why? Because anything that you think that you can do in a lucid dream. Now, don't get me wrong, there may be certain techniques to amplify it, to make it happen faster, to make it happen more potent, to make it happen more easily. But at the end of the day, when you have the right technique, when you have the right know-how, you can do it. And this can be ranging from anything from the casual things that people always say, like flying, like meeting your favorite celebrity, like
Okay, I'm sorry.
for example, healing yourself, speaking to your subconscious, speaking to your higher self. I know a lot of you guys want to speak to anime characters and different people like that, different characters that you've seen in movies and stuff. But it can be so many things, like changing your whole reality, going into the void, reprogramming your subconscious mind, getting over fears, so many things. So like I said, who doesn't want to lucid dream? So if you're ready, if you are in a lucid dreaming rut, to break through from it, if you are already lucid dreaming but have more recurring lucid dreams, then this video will help you. And I keep looking down because actually I did this thing in this notepad. This is the famous notepad that started it all. So the way that you're going to do this technique, is very simply, it's a technique where you're going to open up a notepad, fresh notepad. You can make it a nice sexy notepad as well so it feels even better. Once you open up your sexy notepad, then what you're going to do is you're going to open up and you're going to write down a question. This question, the question that I did this with, and that you can maybe do as well, is, okay, by the way, the reason why we're writing this question down is because right now, you may be in a lucid dreaming rut, or you may be in a phase where you're not lucid dreaming as often. But the reality is that deep down, you know how to fix this. You have the answer to it. Just like when you go to a lucid dream and you're speaking to the depths of your subconscious, or you're speaking to the depths of your higher self, or the whole reality construct, whatever you call it. I call it the dream space, because whether you believe that lucid dreaming is tapping into your subconscious mind, or lucid dreaming is speaking to your higher self and communicating with that, or lucid dreaming is part of the greater reality construct or the hologram, or whatever you believe it is, we just call it the dream space. Because the reality is that dream space knows you better than you know you. So you have all the answers there and you have access to those answers. But the problem is our conscious mind can get stuck in this rut like, oh, I tried this, it's not working. I did this, it's not working. I've tried it for years, it hasn't worked. So maybe I just can't lucid dream. Maybe other people just have natural talent. Maybe they're just special. Not true, okay? True in the sense where people might have natural talent, but you can learn this stuff. And I am proof of that because I went from years of not lucid dreaming, thinking I was doing things but not really doing what I should be doing towards it, to actually being able to lucid dream. So, okay, so what I wrote down in this notepad, my particular question, you can change it if you want, if it's something that resonates more, but what I wrote down, and I encourage you to try as well, is how can I guarantee I become a frequent lucid dreamer? How can I guarantee that I become a frequent lucid dreamer? That was my goal. I didn't want to say I want to lucid dream every day or anything like that. My goal was just let me be a frequent lucid dreamer. Okay, that's all I asked for. And then after I figure this one out, then I can talk about lucid dreaming every single day, multiple lucid dreams every single day, stuff like that. So what you're going to do when you write this down is you're going to write down at least 20 different answers to this. Now, the reason why I say at least 20 is because when you write this down, the first 5, 10 are going to be from your conscious mind. Things that maybe you've heard online that you're like, okay, yeah, let me try that, let me do that, it might work. But as you go deeper, you're going to start, it will get tougher, but you're going to start to get deeper into this point where you're going to start to tap into more of your subconscious, things that just pop into your mind like, oh, I haven't tried that to the best of my capabilities. Oh, I haven't done that. Oh, I could do that. Be very creative with this. So this is the main thing. And by the way, what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you all the things that I wrote down. I actually wrote down 22. You can write down 20, you can write down 22, you can write down 50 if you want. I'm going to read mine because this might give you some inspiration when you're doing yours. It might be some things that you might not have thought of. And then when you do it, it might trigger that lucid dream for you. And by the way, by doing this simple thing today, you can literally increase your chances of lucid dreaming tonight, right? No joke. You can increase your chances of lucid dreaming tonight. Because a lot of this, if you notice, a lot of these techniques, if you've watched my frequent lucid dreaming formula video, my main lucid dreaming video, you will notice that a lot of these techniques, it comes back to you. The technique isn't the miraculous thing, you are. And if you truly give yourself this time to make it on the front of your mind, what I talk about in that video and some other things, then it will just happen. It's inevitable that you have lucid dreams. So I'm going to run through my list very quickly. I'll stop on a few of them that might be a bit more important to speak about, but some of them I'll just say, and then if anything stands out to you, note it down for yourself right now, and then you can do your own list after this video. I encourage you, do this list straight after this video is ideal because you might do things that you want to do before you go to sleep that will help you. So let me get into it. The first thing that I wrote down, how can I guarantee I become a frequent lucid dreamer? The first thing, every night it's the last thing on my mind. Now this sounds simple, but actually this was powerful for me because I realized, hey, for years I've said that I wanted to lucid dream. And in the day, I'm like, oh, I wake up, I'm like, I haven't had a lucid dream. Or in the day, I'm like, yeah, I want a lucid dream to do this. But then at night, I go to bed super late, I'm super tired, and I don't even think about lucid dreaming. Then it reminded me, hey, Josh, there's things that are very simple that you could be incorporating in your life that you're not incorporating in your life. So when I wrote this down, it was quite eye-opening that, man, it's so simple, but why the heck am I not doing that? Like, this is so simple. I can just go to bed. I go to bed every night. All I got to do is think about lucid dreaming in the night. And there's a technique that you can do as well. Actually, I don't want to keep this video for techniques. I'll do more videos on techniques. If you like lucid dreaming techniques, different ones that maybe you've not heard of, let me know in the comments because, yeah, I have a lot more things based on what I did here months ago that got me triggering different lucid dreams and different ways of tapping into the lucid realm. So if you want more techniques, let me know in the comments. Just type techniques or something like that. Second thing, read the lucid dreaming book last thing at night. At this time, I was reading a lucid dreaming book and I was reading it kind of consistently, but not super consistently. So I said to read it last thing at night. And actually, if you have watched my main lucid dreaming video, you'll recognize some of these things. You'll now understand where that formula came from, how this actually triggered me to become more lucid. And yeah, you'll start to get the backstory to this thing now. The third thing, read the lucid dreaming book frequently throughout the day. So what I said this, so the other one was reading it at night, last thing at night. This one was reading it throughout the day. So now it was a case where maybe I would be working or doing something, then I would stop for 5-10 minutes and to read the book. So my thought process was read it for like 5-10 minutes every few hours to regain presence throughout the day and also re-engage the lucid dreaming mind in the sense of all the things that can be done in a lucid dreaming thing. In my other video, I recommended what book I was reading at this time, so you can see it there if you haven't seen already. Number 4, watch a lucid dreaming course every day. Actually, I invested I think over $100 in some lucid dreaming course. I'm not going to recommend that course. If you watch my video, my lucid dreaming video, you will get some better insights into lucid dreaming than I paid for that course. So I just saved you $100. This video saved you $100, man. The next one was read more about it. Number 6 was make a list of all the cool things I would do in a lucid dream. Inside joke, inside Easter egg there. Another one was look in the mirror in my eyes and tell myself, I am a lucid dreamer. Sounds a bit hippie, but you know, it reprograms the subconscious mind now and it gets it on your mind. Number 8 was check what supplements help with lucid dreaming and why. This was an interesting one. I wrote this down because I felt like I had some blockage in my mind that a supplement would help me with. Now, don't get me wrong, there are probably supplements and different vitamins, different fruits or different things that you can eat that might, you know, help you. And maybe you've got some experience with that. I personally didn't dive down this one. Like, I didn't do all of the things here, right? I don't recommend, if you're doing your own list, I don't recommend you do every single one of them straight away, because you're going to overwhelm yourself. Pick a few, the top few, and then you do that. But I never actually did this one because in my mind, I wanted to actually beat this thing naturally. You know what I mean? I thought if I start going to supplements and these gadgets, and I've got nothing against lucid dreaming gadgets and supplements, like I believe that they probably do work. I had this thing where if I get into this thing where then if I have this supplement and I have a lucid dream, cool. But then what happens if I stop taking the supplement? I won't be able to lucid dream. Which is why my whole main methodology for lucid dreaming is how you can instill this in your mind to create a lucid dreaming mindset where you naturally lucid dream without needing to spark plug yourself in the middle of the night with some random technique. But obviously you can spark plug yourself in the middle of the night with a technique if it works and you like it. So I never did that one, but if you want to dive into it and you do dive into it, you have any experience with supplements in lucid dreaming, let me know. This feels like a live. I've never done a video like this, but it feels like I'm doing like a Facebook live or something like that. Next one was dream journal. How simple, right? But shout out to you, Mandem, in the comments who are not dream journaling right now but want a lucid dream. I know you're watching this, right? Because I was one of them. I was saying I wanted the lucid dream, but because I got so demoralized by and demotivated by not having any lucid dreams, I stopped dream journaling. I was like, what's the point? It's not even working. But actually, what came through was I need to do this, keep doing this, because I wasn't recording dreams. And if you want to know how to record your dreams properly, I did another video on that. Okay, next one was go through my dream journal, noticing common themes and watch out and see what things can trigger my lucidity if I see it again. That's a casual thing. Number 11 is do focus meditation with feeling inner energy. Okay, if you watch my other lucid dreaming video, you will get what I speak about that. But basically, if you haven't seen my video, it's all to do with a lot of the times, because we're not able to focus on our presence in this reality, we don't focus on our presence in the dream. So then things will happen and we're kind of in this like hypnosis, in this daze in the dream. But when you think of it, you'll think, oh, how did I not realize that I was dreaming then? But this happens in your day-to-day life. Think about it. Someone may say something that triggers you. Then you snap in it, you say something. But after you're like, why did I snap? Why did I say that? It's the same thing. But because you're not able to focus in this state of maintaining presence in this reality, it means that in that reality, the dream space, it doesn't happen as well. So that is a big one that I recommended before as well, but I recommend it again. Do the focus meditation. Another one was ask my subconscious to help me with this and show me if there's anything else I can/need to do to trigger this lucidity. And you can do that through meditation. You can do that through, if you are able to lucid dream, you can do that in your lucid dream as well. If you are able to speak to your higher self, and this is something that I do quite often where I tap into my higher self and receive messages. If you are able to do that, then do it like that. If you don't know how to do any of that, if you're not lucid dreaming or don't know how to tap into your higher self, then you can just do it in meditation. Or just have it on the front of your mind. If you want me to do a video about tapping into your higher self, let me know in the comments as well. Like I said, this is a bit of like a out there video where it's not super the way that I normally do videos, but I wanted to share the backstory to how this all came about. This one's cool. Trigger lucidity and presence whenever I enter a new room. It was a cool one because it's like every time you enter a new room, if you trigger lucidity, you're going to enter a room in a dream. So you're going to be triggering lucidity there. So that was something you could try. Trigger lucidity whenever I speak to someone. This was a big thing for me because I found, I don't know if do you find this? Like when you're by yourself, like sometimes you can be more present, like when you're in your own space, like maybe not playing video games or watching Netflix, but when you're in your own space, you're just chilling in your own energy, like you can be a bit more present. But then as soon as you speak, and maybe this is like for an introvert out there because I'm a fellow introvert too, but when you speak to people, like it's kind of like you lose that presence, like you lose that lucidity in this reality. And oftentimes in the dream, you're speaking to people, well, at least for me. And then because you're not able to maintain that presence, that lucidity in this reality, it just transpires in the dream space and you're not able to maintain that lucidity, that presence there. Another one was meditate and see myself becoming lucid and staying lucid. And it's a bit like the technique where you think of a dream when you wasn't lucid, you think of just a dream that you had, and then you play that dream out as if you was lucid and what you would have done. So training your mind to become lucid. Another one was use my imagination more. I find that's something that as kids, we use our imagination a lot. And you know, as kids, like kids tend to dream, remember their dreams more. Kids tend to lucid dream more often. Like maybe you had more lucid dreams when you was a kid. And I find that when you're a kid, you're using your imagination more. You're not being programmed by this reality so much. You are creating your own reality, which is all to do with the dream space. So because I feel like as we get older, we kind of forget that. Yeah, it kind of links to your ability to create your own dream space. So that was a nice one, to use imagination more. Just like even here, as I'm doing this video, kind of use my imagination and feel like, what would I do now if this was a dream? You know what I mean? And play that whole dream scene out. 17 was breathe in lucidity. So every time I breathe or when I'm conscious of breathing, breathe in lucidity. So we can do that now together. So as you breathe in, you can breathe in that lucidity, breathe in that presence, breathe in that energy. Another one was read lucidity dreaming stories more often throughout the day. I'm actually thinking I might do some lucid dreaming stories. Actually, I haven't done any lucid dreaming stories, but this is reminding me that I should do that. Another one is record videos about lucid dreams and dream stories. Now you see why these lucid dreaming videos started to come out. Now you see. Next one was connect to, I'm running through these very quickly because I believe that you will get a lot of value just from hearing them, and then you can inspire your own ones. Connect to higher self before bed and ask to assist me with lucid dreaming that tonight. Next one was wake back to bed with reading about lucid dreaming or planning my lucid dream awakening. So basically when you wake up, if you're doing wake back to bed, then read some lucid dreaming stories, or even just plan based on a dream that happened. Plan, and if you didn't become lucid, how you would have become lucid, and let that allow you to go into your next sleep cycle. Oh, very important thing. If you haven't watched Michael Raduga, a video by Michael Raduga, all to do with getting out of your body in 3 days. I'm just trying to recall the name, the name of that video, but I'll place it here. If you haven't watched it, I recommend you watching that, right? I'm not here to gatekeep information from you. I'm here to share with you what has worked for me. And this video transformed a lot for me. So actually, I don't really focus on way back to bed anymore. I do a lot of the stuff that Michael Raduga talks about here. If you're thinking, hey Josh, I want a lucid dream, not out-of-body experience, he's talking about lucid dreaming in there. It's the same technique he uses to lucid dream and out-of-body experience. And you'll see why if you watch that video. So I recommend watching that video. That was very game-changing for me. And finally, whenever I talk or think about lucid dreaming, smile and get excited. So that was my last thing. It was a case where I was thinking like, because I was in this kind of rut where I was like, whenever I thought about lucid dreaming, the first thought that came to my mind was, man, I would like to lucid dream, it's not happening. That kind of vibe. But then I was like, you know what, whenever I talk about it or think about it, just smile, like feel that energy, because then it's boosting that energy inside of you. You're feeling good, which means that your subconscious is feeling good about this thing, and it's going to push that thing even more in your life. So these were the 22 things that I did. What I recommend that you do is write down your list of at least 20, maybe more, of things that you know that you should do. Once you write down that list, now, what you need to do is highlight the 3 to 5 things that you're going to focus on today. So for example, it might be, okay, tonight, my first thing was I'm going to think of lucid dreaming as the last thing on my mind. Also, before I go to bed, I'm going to read that book. Also, I'm going to watch some more lucid dreaming course or content, aka another one of Josh's videos on lucid dreaming, to keep it on my mind. You see, a lot of these techniques, a lot of these things, if you just do what I say in that frequent lucid dreaming formula, which was inspired from all the things that I trial and errored from this thing, which was inspired from this, you will notice that you will just have natural frequent lucid dreams. It will be on the front of your mind, your desire will increase, your presence in this reality will increase, which will naturally induce lucid dreams in the dream state. So what I recommend, doing your 20 things, note down the 3 to 5 things that you want to start with today. Then as the weeks go on, you can progress to doing other things as well, or as the days progress. And then come back to this video. Let me know which things, actually don't come back to this video. Right now in this video, let me know when you're doing this list, after you do this video, after you watch this video, let me know the things that you're going to be doing, the 3 to 5 things you're going to be doing, so you can give inspiration to myself and to other people as well. But also when you do have your first or next lucid dream, come back to this video or one of my videos, leave a comment letting people know that they can do it too. Other than that, I trust you are well. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you want more lucid dreaming videos, let me know. Or if you want more manifestation or anything like that, let me know. I have a lot of different things that I'm planning on doing, but I want to see what you enjoy the most, and then I will definitely tailor that into the schedule. By the way, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit subscribe so these videos pop up on your feed even more often. If you got any value from this video, hit the like button, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.